I did BA Geography with placement year. I graduated in June 2022 and my current role is a Senior Policy Advisor in the Department for Energy Security and Net Zero in the Civil Service. In my job we work on the government's largest nuclear project, nuclear infrastructure project, which is Sizewell C. We are trying to build Sizewell C, which is a nuclear power plant down on the Suffolk coast. Once operational, this nuclear power plant will hopefully provide 7% of our energy needs in this country, which is powering about 6 million homes. So my job specifically is writing policy around that nuclear power plant. So that includes what kind of jobs it will provide, the kind of skills development it will provide in this country in terms of the significant lack of sort of nuclear skills expertise in this country, so trying to resolve that issue. Also includes writing policy around the kind of national security implications of what private investment we may get into the project as well. So it's very varied and it includes a lot of sort of reading and writing and coming up with my own ideas for kind of how we can unblock a lot of policy issues that relate to this nuclear power plant. A typical day includes collaborating with my own team but also departments across Whitehall, as we call it, departments across government. So it's a lot of collaborative work, sometimes in meetings, but also sometimes sharing documents and things that we've written, policy papers and writing statements for ministers. Very varied and kind of includes a lot of reading, writing, sometimes speaking, sometimes setting up nuclear events as well on behalf of the government and inviting different international organisations and different governments as well, so very varied. I applied for the Department for Energy Security and Net Zero because it kind of combined my two key interests that I had at Durham, one being geopolitics and kind of borders and border relations and that international focus, and also the other being sort of climate and net zero policy, trying to help the environment and lower our carbon emissions. So the Energy Security Department was set up in the wake of kind of Russia's invasion in Ukraine and subsequent rise in energy prices. So combining those two elements of climate and geopolitics was why I applied for the department, and those interests really stemmed from my time at Durham. I loved my time at Durham for the many extracurricular activities you can do. It's a brilliant place to be for that. But geography specifically was fantastic. I felt that it kept all my doors opened and opened further doors as well. It didn't close any. The breadth of what you cover here at Durham in geography is fantastic, but then you also get the depth of individual modules and your dissertation as well. I think the thing I enjoyed most, and probably a lot of people say it, but it was the field trip. I went to Berlin and that was fantastic. A fantastic week with really good collaboration with other Durham geography students, and I think overall it was the other students that really made my time here. I made a lot of great friends. Everyone was very, very ambitious and intelligent and great to sort of push ideas off one another and come up with kind of new projects and new discoveries in the world of geography. So that was a highlight for me.